All right, welcome back. This is going to be another quick video regarding Microsoft Access. The purpose of this video is to discuss forms. Now, many of our students are familiar with Google Forms. This is just going to be a little bit more built into our actual database. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and create a form that would allow somebody to go ahead and enter material into it to populate into our data tables. So I'm going to go up here to create, and now we have this form section. Now, I usually like to always utilize the form wizard because it's kind of walks you through step by step of how to build your forms to make sure that you're collecting all the necessary data. And so what I can do here is I'm going to make a quick form for my staff. These are the available fields on the staff table. And so if I select them, I can do them one by one, or I can bring them all over. So say this form is going to be for anybody that's in our human resources area that during the hiring process, they need to enter a massive number of these. So this form is essentially for that purpose. So I leave it at columnar. I'm not going to modify the design at all, so I'm just going to go ahead and go open the form to view or enter information. So now that I have this one here, right, if I have multiple staff members, which I don't down here, you can see on the records we have one. But let's say I went and hired a new person, I can click on this little star arrow here to enter a new blank record. So now we have MM02 John Smith. Date of birth is 1/1/1989. Phone number, and they're from Wisconsin. When I'm all done entering this information, I can click enter, and now I'm going into another blank record. So I can go quick through here. Sarah Jean, 0606. 262-222-555. State, also Wisconsin. So I can keep adding these. This is just a quick way that if I'm entering a lot of data, I can just kind of quickly go through this. And then when I'm done, I can now flip back through using these arrows into my various records. I can use the search here to look for John, and I can find specific individuals that way. If I wanted to look up MM03, so I can look up the staff ID if I wanted to in this form. It's just a way to make it kind of quick and accessible in order to enter your data into different data fields. It also would be able to be sent to somebody. So you don't want them to actually have full access into the data tables themselves. You only want them to be able to input and search records. You don't want them to be able to necessarily, now you can edit through here, but if we didn't want them to edit, we could consider trying to lock some of these forms as well. But, so this is just a generic from the form wizard. Now, one thing that we can do is if we go into the design view of this one, now we do have a layout view here as well. What this design one will allow us to go ahead and manipulate however we want on this. So, for example, my staff ID isn't very long, so I don't need this box to be nearly as long as it is or as tall. I can do the same with my first name here. Right, I don't need them that long. And then I can manipulate these as well. And I don't need my last name to be this long either. So I can try to consolidate just how much area that this form takes up. Again, I can shrink this down. I can move these all together. Do that wide. And then while I'm working in here too, Once I manipulate kind of how my form looks, the layout of it, I can also go in, I can change my themes, so I can change my font faces, just to make them look a little bit more professional if I want. If I want to go in and change my font faces, I can. If I want to add some additional images here, or additional fields, I can add some of these controls in there. If I want to insert an image, say I'm just going to go ahead and choose this. I can draw a little spot for it. So if you wanted to brand this so it looks like your company's information, you can go ahead and add the various images. You can change the font faces to match your corporate branding. If I wanted to make this a relatively small form, I can change literally how big all of this is. So I can make it as compact as I want. I can paste my image up here, like put my company logo up there. Yeah, we can change how this looks, and that's all that I'm really doing in this design view. I can go in and I can make some of these alterations. So under my format here, if I wanted to change the background, if I wanted to fill or put a shape outline, I can do all of that here as well. So now if I switch back over to my form view, here you can now see that some of it's probably still needing to be touched up and organized a little bit better, but now I can have a custom looking form here for my office use. So ultimately, that's all with forms. It's really, really simple, really, really easy. So that's it for this little video.